நான் இந்த விழாவில் வந்து கலந்து கொள்ளதை ரொம்ப ரொம்ப பெருமையாட்டு நினைக்கிறேன். ஆக்சுவலாக முதல்ல தமிழில் தான் பேசணும்னு நினச்சேன். தென் ஐ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் தேர் ஆர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் அதர் பார்ட் ஆஃப் த கண்ட்ரி. ஸோ இட் இஸ் நாட் அப்ராப்ரியேட் டு டாக் இன் ஒன்லி தமிழ். I am really honored and blessed to be here in this great institute, which is just completing 25 years. That through engineering he nicely summarized. 1978 you have started the service for the student community, and now the engineering colleges, a couple of the colleges have completed 30 years, and these colleges are completing 25 years. And completing 25 years is almost 1/4 of your human life. So it's a great service. I was looking at the country. நமக்கு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்மளுக்கு சுதந்திரம் கிடைச்ச போது 1947 சுதந்திரம் கிடைக்கும் போது நம்ம நாடு எப்படி இருந்துன்னு உங்களுக்கு எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியுமா இருக்கும். ஆல்மோஸ்ட் 97.5% people were below the poverty line. பாவர்ட்டி லைன்னா அது வந்து ஒரு இங்கிலீஷ் வேர்டு. பாவர்ட்டி லைன் 7 நிலைக்கு கீழே இருந்தாங்கன்னு சொல்லியாச்சுன்னா அந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கெல்லாம் நிறைய பேருக்கு புரியாது அது என்னன்ட்டு. நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நான் வந்து கன்னியாகுமரி மாவட்டம் ஒரு நல்ல டெவலப்டு ஒரு டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் உண்டு. கன்னியாகுமரி மாவட்டத்தில் ஒரு வில்லேஜில் இருந்தால் நான் படித்து வந்திருக்கேன். நான் ஒரு 5ஆம் கிளாஸ் 6ஆம் கிளாஸ்லாம் படிக்கும்போது இன் மை வில்லேஜ் there are 100 families. Out of 100 families, only 30 families only used to take for them food more than 2 times. Otherwise, 70% people were taking food mostly 1 time only. That was the situation of the country. And not only that village, there are so many villages that was the situation. And today, from that situation, and we were hardly producing the food grains equivalent to 550 or so metric ton, that type of numbers. And today, that food production has gone to something around 6 times, and we are a net exporter of food. And economically, if you see, the country has grown and grown, and today we are 4th stature, 4th level economically, bypassing UK, who were ruling us for years and years. And that was the type of growth the country has got. Now, if you look at the education sector, without proper education, solely a country cannot grow. You take the education sector, hardly 2,850 schools, primary schools only we had in the country. And today, the number of primary schools have crossed 8 lakhs, and total number of schools in the country has crossed something around 14.5 lakhs. And the education, if you take, only 12% people were literate. And your country, please understand, a country, vast country like this, only 12% people are literate. And what was the situation in the country? There were no standard academic institutes, no IITs, no IIMs, no All India Institute of Medical Science, no NITs, nothing. And imagine a country without all these things, with only hardly some 2,800 plus primary schools only. And there are a lot of people who have contributed for the education. Solely Tamil Nadu, we should not forget the contribution of Kamaraj, who contributed heavily opening a lot of primary schools, so many schools. And of course, every government has contributed, not only one ministry, everybody has contributed. Now it is today from the 12%, the country has grown, and we have come to 79.7% is the literates in the country. And there are so many colleges which have started, so many schools, so many colleges. As it was told, the Prince Group of matriculation schools, there was a top ranking school. And today also, there is a very high standard school. And of course, you have got engineering colleges, and 25 years. When you celebrate 25 years, it is a great celebration. And I don't know what are the targets you have kept. In my opinion, the management should keep the target next 25 years, what are you going to do? There should be a clear roadmap. Not only simply producing so many students, you should produce innovative way, lot of outstanding students for contribution. And first of all, let me congratulate and compliment the management. Actually, 78 means I was in the 9th standard. When you started your school, I was in the 9th standard. 79 only I am studying, I passed out with 10th standard. So, let me first of all congratulate and compliment the management, the Prince management, the managing director, vice chairman, and all the people. And when you talk about academic student, it is not only the top management, each teaching faculties, each staff members, those who are working in the garden, those who are working in the cleaning, those who are working in the all activities. So everybody is responsible for the growth. Let me compliment each and every one of you for your significant contribution in the area of education system. And I am also so proud. Today I am the secretary, but then I also started my career not in a very big place. My primary school, I will tell you, the total area of the primary school is equal to the stage only, or maybe double of the stage. And we used to so much enjoy those days. If there is a rhyme, we used to think, why don't rhyme? You know, if it is raining, what is the advantage? The school will be full of water and immediately holiday will be declared. That was the school in which probably I studied in the primary education. And from there, gradually moved, completing diploma and getting a job. And it was 1982, my first appointment I got in Chennai, TS ITs. From there, then completing further graduation, then post-graduation, M.Tech from IIT Kharagpur, PhD from IIT Kharagpur, and then of course, after working 41 years, I joined ISRO 1984, February 1st. 41 years, this year, January 13th, I had the great honor and privilege to be elevated to the secretary level. Now, when I look at the role of a teacher in grooming the students, today if I am standing here in this place, there are a lot of people responsible. No doubt my parents are responsible because my village generally people don't get the opportunity to study beyond 5th standard. After 5th standard, 90% people will be dropped out and they have to go for some job and get some earning. And it is my parents who strongly felt that their children should study. And because of that only we got the opportunity even to go to high school. Otherwise it would have been easy dropout in the 5th standard itself. So they are responsible. Then, coming to the next level of people, the teachers. You know, there may be Hindus, Christians, Muslims, I don't know, all people will be there. But we all pray well. But how many people have directly seen the God? We go to church, go to temple, go to mosque. Yes, we pray and come with great satisfaction. But I have always seen God. You know where? I have seen God in the face of my teachers. Whenever I stand in front of a teacher, it is in primary school, high school, or my M.Tech teacher or PhD teacher, I always see God in their face. I will tell you why. You know, the teacher's role is not only pumping knowledge, that is required academically. The intellectual based education has to be pumped with, no doubt. And value based education has to be pumped. I want to tell you one example. So I was doing my PhD in IIT Kharagpur. My teacher, Professor B.N. Sridhar. Now he is no more, but he is God for me. Why I will tell you, whenever I was doing external registration, whenever I go to IIT Kharagpur, and half day we both spent in a separate place. I talk about all my weakness, strength, weakness, whatever mistake I have done, everything I will submit it. You know, the Roman Catholic Church, I think there is a system, if I am correct, now also hope it is there. The people go and then submit everything in front of the priest. And they say all good things, bad things, whatever they have done. Similar way, I used to talk to everything. And I used to get fantastic advice. When I get into the train back, I used to be a purified personality. So it is not only education was pumped to me, it was also the character which was pumped. So the teachers has got a great role to play in grooming the students. The character of a student, really, say, out of the entire time, more than 8 hours, 9 hours in the daytime, they sit in front of the teachers. And you are the role model. You are the role model for the students. And they learn from you, how you behave, how you approach a problem, they learn from you. So one was my PhD teacher. Another one, you know, my M.Tech teacher, the M.Tech Professor Sunil Sarangi, he was a topper in IIT Kharagpur in mechanical engineering, B.Tech topper. You can understand those days B.Tech topper from IIT, something great. And he was the deputy director in IIT Kharagpur for 4 years, then he became 9 years, he was the director in NIT Rourkela. The NIT which was getting 31st rank, he brought to 3rd rank. And he was my PhD supervisor. And I had a great opportunity. What was the opportunity? After first year completion, second year, I had to do project work. And he was having 3 PhD students, 2 B.Tech students with him. And I was the 6th student joining for M.Tech. And his lab is a very big lab, almost double of this auditorium is his lab. And when he was seeing, every student used to be given a very decent place, table, chair, computer, everything. And when he was trying to locate, I have joined with him. He was going here and there, finally he saw, why don't you come and sit in my room? His room, his table is there, chair is there, and adjacent there was a table, chair arranged, and he told, be here. Who will like to sit inside the teacher room? Because your entire constraint is there. Number one, my classmates cannot come and talk. I cannot go whenever I want to go out. And because I know he will be there. But 70% time he will not be there because he was the dean that time. But even then, sitting in his room is a little uncomfortable. Any student will feel like that. Sitting inside that. Imagine a MTech student, thesis when he is doing, your seat is put inside the principal room. How many students will be happy to do? But then I want to tell you what I learned. When we were there, he's a topper. He was a topper and he was a very respectable person. Whoever wants to meet, we have to write on the diary, then he will give the appointment. What I learned, I will tell you. When so many people come, generally, when we used to get appointment, early morning 1 o'clock or night 12 o'clock, night 11 o'clock, this is the time we used to, the students used to get appointment. Whenever the junior most people of the institute comes, some people work in the workshop, some people work in the garden. Whatever job he is doing, he will keep the pen out, he will give appointment. And I used to sit and see. Maybe they may come for some school admission, some college or some personal thing or some small loan. Everything you will attend first. Then only appointment will go to PhD students, MTech students, all the people. And another thing, I have seen him functioning as the director of NIT. I have gone there a number of times. Morning he starts, 9 o'clock college starts, he comes 8 o'clock. 1 hour he will go around the campus, talking to people who are gardeners, cleaning stuff. Everybody he will talk. Then only he comes to the room. Today I follow almost similar rules. And I respect the gardener's job in par with a director job if he is doing 8 hours sincere job. Because a gardener, what is he supposed to do? He is supposed to do the gardening job properly. And a director is supposed to do a director job. And if the director is not properly functioning, I used to say your performance is inferior than the gardener job. And I have picked up lot of qualities from him. So the students learn from the teachers. So teachers are the role model. And you are the architects of the society rather. You can really, when the student comes in your hand, you can mold. And so you are the role model, you are like gods. To be frank, the teaching profession is one of the fantastic professions. Today, every Sunday, at least I spend half an hour, I have kept half an hour. Evening maybe 4 to 5 or 3:30 to 4:30. I make phone call to my teachers. Maybe earlier primary school teachers, but they are now no more, only one teacher is also me. The people who have taught me in MTech, PhD, I taught to them. So that is the type of respect what you demand. Now what attracted me to come here was when somebody told that they are going to award and recognize the teachers, I thought I must be here. This was the thing. Of course, little more personal interest, there was pressure for my family side also. But that was not really influencing me so much. So the paper was given. So when we had a discussion with my PA, I asked what is the function. My PA told it is a teacher's award function. Then I thought I must attend. I told please accommodate. So that is the reason I am here. I am thankful to the management for recognizing the teachers for their outstanding contribution. Let me congratulate each and every teaching faculty who is going to be recognized. But those who are recognized slowly they deserve, but doesn't mean that all the people who deserve the management can recognize. So in my opinion, all the teachers are outstanding contributors, outstanding people. So let me thank each and every teachers for your wonderful contribution during these 25 years. Because you are really grooming, probably the teachers doesn't know probably your role. What is the role you are doing? You are really contributing for making students as a responsible, as a devotional, as a single-minded devotion students, and with passion and commitment. That type of students you produce for contributing for the society. So for contributing to the society. And your role is one of the fantastic role, best role probably what you are doing is the best role for the country. And education system, if a education, in a education system, when you talk about the education system cannot be better than the quality of the teachers. So the quality of the teachers plays a crucial role. Now I hope the management, this management at least, you keep, anyhow when lot of colleges are started, schools are started, hope this management doesn't run like a business model. You run like a service oriented, you run. Because minimum teachers need should be taken care of, and teachers have to do a great job. And now coming to the Indian Space Research Organization as an organization, if you look at, again I talked about 1947, the education sector. And you know, I am so lucky and privileged to be the alumni of the first IIT, which was started in the year 18th August 1951, the IIT Kharagpur. The first IIT, which came in the... And I am so happy to be alumni. One reason, yes, that was the first IIT and one of the best IITs in the country. And that is one of the reasons, 50%. Another 50% reason is my teachers. They were outstanding personalities. For example, I will tell the quality of my PhD teacher. He went to USA, he completed his PhD and he was offered a position in USA. You know, he came back to the country stating that I am going to serve the country, and he used to have a old bicycle going in IIT campus. Please understand, somebody at that time frame, the early 1970s, getting an appointment in USA and throwing that job and coming back to the country and serving the country, what type of great personality they are. And take that Professor Sunil Sarangi, who is my MTech guy, I will tell one example to show his character. He has gone on sabbatical leave to USA. You know, the salary was the senior most professor salary. Probably you are maybe former VC maybe knowing it will be something in the order of 12 to 15 lakhs per month. That type of salary, not less than that. So after 1 year he came back. Then I went to him. We were having a lot of discussion. When he left, there was a old Maruti car was there with him. And after coming back, same old Maruti car, he has done some servicing and he is trained. Then I asked, sir, may I know how much saving you had in US? It was a simple question. Because I am not seeing any delta difference in his quality of life or the standard of living. You know what was the answer given? It was a surprising answer. Saving was near zero. Then I asked how? So much salary you got? And you got very, very small saving. What he talked was very, very, very negligible. He told the following. Narayanan, I was sent as the senior professor. I was given salary equal to the senior most professor salary. Now the following way I can live. I can go and stay in a very, very old house, rented house I can take, I can stay. I can go buy a second-hand or third-handed car. I can just, transport is a must. I can buy and go. I am representing my country in USA. And I don't want to put the country down. He was staying in a house in par with any other senior professor's house. He bought a brand new car, just using for 1 year and then given sold out. What he told was, when you go to that country should not look at you like a lower stage. You are a senior professor, so you should live like a, because you are representing the country. So the ambassador, you are a brand ambassador of the country. If you go and do something like this, then they will underestimate the entire Indians, not only the professor. Oh, Indians are like this. And he was living in par with anybody else with zero saving, came back. And again driving same car. So these are all different qualities. And recently I will tell you, I was in USA. I did almost similar thing. My wife was, and actually to be frank, one breakfast we can share, nothing doing. And she used to take some small fruits and something. I used to pay $40 for that. Because entire USA is looking at me. I am the secretary, and the country is evaluated based on me. So you should never put the country down for a small gain. So this is the lesson I have learned. So these are all the qualities what one has to pick up. Now, when it comes to The health sector, for example, this country. Can you tell what was the average life of Indians when we got independence? The student side, any answer? Average life of Indians when we got independence. Any guess? No. So anything wrong also no problem, right also no problem. Okay, average life was 32 years. And today, the average life of healthy Indian has become 10 weeks back, 72 years. What type of growth the country has got? The health sector. Like that, every sector has grown, and Indian space sector is another important sector where we have grown. I will tell you, if I have to talk about Indian space sector fully, it will take 45 minutes. I am not going to do that. But I will tell a couple of examples. The Indian space program was started in the year 1962. 1963 was a very significant milestone we achieved. The first tiny rocket was lifted off from Indian soil. The tiny rocket, a small rocket, it was donated to us by USA. And that time they were having mega rockets in their country. And 1975, August 1st, up to that time there was no space application in the country. And we wanted to demonstrate space application. So keeping 2,400 television sets in 2,400 villages of 6 states. And we wanted to demonstrate a mass communication. For that, we were not having any satellites. So we requested for a satellite signal, and that was given by America. Through that signal, the mass communication was demonstrated. Today, we are having 55 space applications. I will come back to that a little later. And please understand, 63, they are giving a small tiny rocket. And 75, they are giving one satellite signal for demonstrating. And we were moving our rocket pods in old bicycle for launch in Toronto. From that humble beginning, this year, July 30th, we had an important major milestone. We have launched a satellite called NASA ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar Satellite. You know what is the cost of the satellite? JPL USA has manufactured a payload and an antenna spending 10,300 crores. And a similar payload we have realized. Entire satellite was built by India, and it was successfully placed in the orbit by Indian rockets. So that is a type of growth. And today we are rubbing shoulder to shoulder with the developed countries in the space area. And to our credit, till today, 4,000 sounding rockets, 4,014 sounding rockets are launched from Indian side. And till 1975, April 19th, we were not having any satellite to work with it. It was that day the first Aryabhatta satellite was placed in the orbit. And the satellite was built with the support of Russia. In last 50 years, we have conceived and built 133 satellites of various types. And the heaviest satellite is 6,000 kg communication satellite. 6,000 kilogram ulla or communication satellite called GSAT-11 satellite. இன்னைக்கும் அது சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கு ஸ்பேஸ்ல. That is the type of growth in the satellite area. And in the launch vehicle area, the first launcher, இந்த தீபாவளி ராக்கெட்டுக்கும் நாங்க ஓடக்கூடிய ராக்கெட்டுக்கும் சின்ன வித்தியாசம் தான். என்ன வித்தியாசம்னா, I will take one example. இந்த வருஷம் இந்த கலைஞ தீபாவளி, நாட் திஸ் இயர், லாஸ்ட் தீபாவளிக்கு ஒரு 5 நாளைக்கு முன்னாடி நானும் என் ஒய்ஃபும் மதுரையில் ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராமில் இருந்துட்டு இருக்கோம். ப்ரோக்ராம் முடிஞ்சு ஈவினிங் நாங்கள் திரும்பி போயிட்டு இருக்கோம். திரும்பி போகும்போது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் இல்லையா, அந்த மதுரையிலேருந்து நாகர்கோவில் ஏரியா ஃபுல்லாக பட்டாசு கடைகள் தான், நல்லா டெக்கரேட் பண்ணி. அப்போ இதை பார்த்த உடனே ஐ வாஸ் டெம்ப்டட். நம்ம யங் ஸ்டேஜில் தான் ரொம்ப ஒன்று ராக்கெட் இப்படிலாம் உனக்கு கூட இல்லையே. ஆஃபீஸ் இஸ் டிஃப்ரெண்ட். வீட்டில் அதெல்லாம் பெரிய சான்ஸ் இல்லை. எக்கனாமிக்கலி we are not that good. ஒரு இடத்துல வண்டி நிறுத்திட்டு went and bought some crackers. வாங்கும்போது ஒரு 10 ராக்கெட் கிட்டத்தட்ட 700 mm ஹைட். இதையும் வாங்கி எல்லாம் கட்டி எடுத்துட்டு வண்டியில் ஏற்றின்னு ஒய்ஃபு சொல்கிறேன், எதுக்குங்க நீங்கள் ராக்கெட் சைட்டு இந்த இதெல்லாம் எடுத்து வாங்குறீங்க? இருக்கட்டு வீட்டில் போய் பார்த்துக்குவாங்க. அங்கே வீட்டில் போயிருந்தா அவர் எங்கள் காம்பவுண்டில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 10 வீடு, 10 houses, ஒரே ஒரு வேக்கன்ட் பிளாட், ஒரு 10 மாடி கட்டடம் எங்கள் வீட்டுக்கு ஃப்ரெண்டில். அப்போ ஒய்ஃப் வந்து என் பையன்கிட்ட சொன்னேன், ஒய் டோன்ட் யூ இதை கொடுத்துருன்னா அவன் நோ இந்த காம்பவுண்டில் நான் கொடுத்த மாட்டேன்னு சொல்லிட்டான். தென் ஐ ஹவ் டு ஒன்லி டூ யூ கேன் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட். ஒரு 10 மாடி கட்டடம் அங்கே இருக்குது, ஒரு வேக்கன் பிளாட் இருக்குது. எவ்வளோ கேர்ஃபுல்லாக நம்ம ராக்கெட்டை கொடுத்தோம்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். வச்சு அந்த கட்டடத்துக்கு போகாமல் ஆப்போசிட் டைரக்ஷனில் அதை ஃபேஸ் பண்ணி வச்சுட்டு நான் கொடுத்தேன். மொதல் ராக்கெட் கரெக்டாக போச்சு, ஆப்போசிட் டைரக்ஷன் ஓனது. என்ன நடந்ததுன்னு தெரியாது. திரும்பி 180 டிகிரி திரும்பி 8வது மாடியில் உள்ள சன்னல்ல போய் ஹிட் ஆகுது. ஒய்ஃப் வாஸ் சோ மச் ஃபியூரியஸ். என்னங்க நீங்க செய்றீங்க? இந்த ராக்கெட் கொடுத்து அடுத்த வீட்டில் வந்து ராக்கெட்டை போட்டுருக்கீங்க. இம்மிடியட்லி அவங்க கதை திறந்து வரதுக்குள்ள நான் எல்லாம் கட்டிட்டு வீட்டு வருவேன். ஸோ the Deepavali rocket 70% time it will not work. So 30% time it will not work. 70% time it will work. When it works also, the rocket will go wherever it wants to go. But our rocket should go wherever we want to go. For that only, all first rank holders, gold medalists, silver medal, all people are working for that only. Now, our first launch vehicle was made in the year 1979, which was a partial success. 1980, we had the second launch. அப்துல் கலாம் சார் தான், அவங்க தான் ப்ராஜெக்ட் டைரக்டராக இருந்தாங்க. அப்போ தான் அந்த சக்ஸஸ் நடந்தது. அது வந்து 35 கிலோகிராம் எடை உள்ள சேட்டலைட் ஒன்று போட்டது. அப்போ நான் வந்து இந்த ஜனவரி 13ஆம் தேதி, இந்த வருஷம் ஜனவரி 13ஆம் தேதி செக்ரட்டரி ஆயிருக்கேன். எனக்கு முதல் லான்ச்சு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஜனவரி 29ஆம் தேதி முதல் ராக்கெட் லான்ச். அது 100வது லான்ச். உங்கள் காலேஜ் 25வது ஆண்டு விழா மாதிரி எங்களுக்கு 100வது லான்ச். அப்போ உங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும் எவ்வளோ டென்ஷன் இருக்கு. அது சக்ஸஸ் ஆச்சுன்னா ஓகே, சக்ஸஸ் ஆகிட்டு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் இல்லையா? சில வீட்டில் ஏதாவது ஒரு மேரேஜ் முடிஞ்சவங்க ஏதாவது நடந்தாச்சுன்னா யாரை பிளேம் பண்ணுவாங்க உங்களுக்கு எல்லாரும் தெரியும் இல்லையா? அதே மாதிரி தான் பிளேம் பண்ணுறோம் தலைவர். Okay, we were so tensed, so interested to have the success. But I want to tell, the 100th launch was a successful, perfect successful launch, and we have received the gold. அதே மாதிரி இந்த வருஷம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சுபாஷ்னு சுக்லா அவர் வந்து ஸ்பேஸுக்கு போயிட்டு சக்ஸஸ் ஆகி மை கொலீக் எங்கள் ஆஃபீஸில் ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு. ஹி வாஸ் சென்ட் டு ஸ்பேஸ் அண்ட் ஹி கேம் பேக் சேஃப்லி. அதை அனுப்புனது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அந்த ராக்கெட் வந்து அதை அனுப்புனது ஜூன் 24ஆம் தேதி தான் ராக்கெட் லிஃப்ட் ஆச்சு. ஒரிஜினல் பிளான் வாஸ் ஜூன் 11. ஜூன் 10th மார்னிங் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த ராக்கெட்டில் சின்ன ஒரு லீக் இருக்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன். தென் வி டிஸ்கஸ் அண்ட் வி இந்தியன் ஸ்டாப்டு த லான்ச். And after stopping the launch, then we checked there was a leak, crack in the rocket. And finally everything was corrected and it went successfully. If Indians would not have interfered, it would have been a catastrophic failure. Thereby I want to say that Indian education system is an outstanding system. Indians are second to none, even stopping a leaking rocket and correcting and making the safe launch of human being. So that is a place to go. இந்த ஏரியா ஆஃப் அப்ளிகேஷன் நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எதுக்கு இந்த இந்தியன் விண்வெளித்துறையில் எவ்வளோ பைசா போட்டு எதுக்கு இவ்வளோ இது நடக்குது? ஐ ஹவ் டு டாக் அபவுட் தட். நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கிட்டத்தட்ட 55 அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ். இந்த 55 அப்ளிகேஷன் நான் பேசணும்னா கிட்டத்தட்ட 5 மணி நேரம் ஆண்டுது. அப்போ தான் பேச முடியும். டெலிகம்யூனிகேஷன், டெலிவிஷன் பிராட்காஸ்டிங், டிசாஸ்டர் வார்னிங் அண்ட் மிட்டிகேஷன், எர்த் அப்சர்வேஷன், என்ஷோரிங் சேஃப்டி அண்ட் செக்யூரிட்டி ஆஃப் காமன் மேன் ஆஃப் திஸ் கண்ட்ரி. இப்போ சிந்தூர் ஆப்ரேஷன் நடந்து பார்த்தீங்களா? அந்த டைமில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அவர் சேட்டலைட்ஸ் பர்ஃபெக்ட்லி இட் ஒர்க். ஐ கேனாட் டாக் பியாண்ட் தட். பர்ஃபெக்ட்லி ஆல் சேட்டலைட்ஸ் ஒர்க் ஃபார் த சிந்தூர் ஆப்ரேஷன். அண்ட் அதே மாதிரி டிசாஸ்டர் வார்னிங் அண்ட் மிட்டிகேஷன், ட்ரைம் ரியல் டைம் மானிட்டரிங். லெட் மீ எக்ஸ்பிளைன் கப்பல் ஆஃப் திங்ஸ். யூ ஆல் நோ, ஒரு சார் உங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியுமா, ஒரு 40 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி ஒலி மொழின்னு ஒரு ப்ரோக்ராம், ஒலி பார்த்துட்டு இல்லையா? அந்த ஒலி மொழி ப்ரோக்ராம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு எவ்ரி ஃப்ரைடே ஈவினிங் 5 தமிழ் பாட்டு போடுவாங்க, 5 தமிழ் சாங். இஃப் யூ மிஸ் தட் சாங் யூ ஹேவ் டு வெயிட் ஃபார் ஒன் மோர் வீக். Am I right? You will not get on Saturday, Sunday, nothing will happen. But today is the situation. ஆமா, இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா hundreds of channels, you get lot of songs, lot of things. So television broadcasting really lot of revolution has happened. Telecommunication, நீங்க ஒரு 40 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி இங்க இருந்து மெட்ராஸ் போய் யூ forget about கன்னியாகுமரி. நீங்கள் கன்னியாகுமரி இங்கேருந்து ஒரு ஃபோன் பண்ணாக்கி யார் மதுரைக்கு அவங்க கோபுரத்தை பேசணும்னா ஆமாம், லைட்னிங் ஹால் வந்து இப்போ அது 30 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி, 40 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி லைட்னிங் ஹால் வந்து போச்சு பூத்ஸு, ட்ரங்க் பூத்தில் இருந்து அங்கே புக் பண்ணிவிட்டு அங்கே வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு ஒரு 1.5 மணி நேரம். அதுக்கு பிறகு அங்கே திடீர்னு சொல்லுவாங்க உங்களுக்கு கால் கிடச்சிருக்கு. நீங்கள் அது அட்டன் பண்ணும்போது தான் தெரியும், சாரி சார் டிஸ்கனெக்ட் ஆகிடுச்சு. தென் இன்னும் 1.5 மணி நேரம். இன்னைக்கு அப்படியே இருக்குது. ஹூ ஆர் நாட் ஹேவிங் மொபைல் இந்த ஹேண்ட், கேன் யூ ரைஸ் யுவர் ஹேண்ட்? So everybody is having. And you know how much revolution has happened in the telecommunication. Disaster warning and mitigation. நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு 20 வருஷம் 20 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா there is a disaster, lot of people died. ஒரிசால ஒரு சைக்ளோன் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 10,000 பேர் வந்து போனாங்க. 2005 சுனாமி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எத்தனை பேர்? இன்னைக்கு வந்து we are having lot of systems to understand the disaster system and we save lot of people. And potential fisheries on monitoring. இந்தியாவில் 7,500 கிலோமீட்டர் தூரம் வந்து கடற்கரை தூரம். எத்தனை பேர் மீன் பிடிக்க போகிறாங்க? அது வந்து இந்த மெட்ராஸில் வந்து இந்த மதுரையில் இருக்கவங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப புரியாதான் இருக்கும் சம்டைம். பட் எங்களுக்கு தான் தெரியும். எங்கள் ஊர் வந்து 1.5 கிலோமீட்டர் தான். அது மாதிரி இங்கே மெட்ராஸில் உங்களுக்கு தெரியுமா இருக்கும். அந்த காலத்துலலாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மீன் பிடிக்க போச்சுன்னா போய் 2 நாள் கழிச்சு சில டைமில் ஒன்றுமே இல்லாமல் திரும்பி வருவாங்க. இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கிட்டத்தட்ட 9 லட்சம் பேருக்கு டெய்லி வி ஆர் கிவிங் இன்டிமேஷன், எங்கே மீன் கிடைக்கும், எங்கே போனால் பிடிக்க முடியும்ட்டு. இந்த துறையில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இவங்க போய் கரெக்டாக படிச்சுட்டு வராங்க இல்லையா, குஜராத் இடத்துல இருந்து. ஒரு வருஷத்துக்கு நம்மளுக்கு கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு வரக்கூடிய ப்ராஃபிட் 25,000 to 30,000 கோடி ரூபாய் ப்ராஃபிட் மட்டும் வருது. இந்த கவர்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் இந்தியா ஈஸ்வரவுடைய பட்ஜெட் அதில் பாதி தான். இதே மாதிரி நீங்கள் முன்னாடி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு 30-40 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடிலாம் 30 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி இப்போ யாராவது உங்கள் ரிலேட்டிவ் டெல்லியிலேருந்து வராங்க, ட்ரெயினில் வராங்கன்னா இவர்கிட்ட போய்ட்டு ரயில்வே ஸ்டேஷன் அவங்கள ரிசீவ் பண்ணால் அங்கே போகிறது கூட தான் தெரியும். ட்ரெயின் இஸ் கெட்டிங் டிலேட் 2 months. இந்த 2 hours கிட்டத்தட்ட அங்கே நீங்கள் ஒரு டிஎடிச்சி அங்கே இருந்தாச்சுன்னா அப்போ சொல்லுவாங்க another 2 hours. இப்போ அப்படி கிடையாது. கிட்டத்தட்ட 8,700 trains you have connected real time. You can see in the mobile, you can understand where is the train. And all trains you are going to connect maybe in another 2 years. இதே மாதிரி அது மாதிரி வெதர் ஃபோர்காஸ்டிங். இப்போ ஒரு 30-35 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி இந்த வெதர் ரிப்போர்ட்டை கேட்டது நம்ம மொத்த கன்ஃபியூஷனாக இருக்கும். மழை வருமா வராதா, வந்தாலும் எப்படி இருக்கும். பட் இப்போ அப்படி இருக்காது. டாட்டா இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட்ஸ். அது மாதிரி என்சூரிங் சேஃப்டி, இதே மாதிரி நிறைய அப்ளிகேஷன்ஸ். அதே மாதிரி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நாங்கள் வந்து சைக்கிளில் ராக்கெட்டை கொண்டு போன அந்த காலத்துல இருந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 9 இடத்துல இந்தியா நம்பர் 1 பொசிஷன் வந்தது. 9 places we are number 1 in the world. Chandrayaan 1 finding water molecule, we are number 1 in the world. We are having the best camera in the moon orbit. மூன் ஆர்பிட்ல இருக்கக்கூடிய பெஸ்ட் கேமரா இந்தியாவுக்குள்ள கேமரா ஆகும். வேற யாரும் நினைச்சிருக்காங்க. நம்ம கேமரா 32 cm resolution. Chandrayaan moon, the first satellite which soft landed near south pole of moon, that belongs to India, 23rd August 2023. And Russia தான் முத satellite அனுப்புனாங்க 1957. Then they sent 37 satellites in a single rocket. We discussed and debated. We thought better to put 100 satellites. India is the first country which sent 104 satellites successfully through a single rocket. And Mars orbit கிட்டத்தட்ட 68 கோடி கிலோமீட்டர் டிராவல் பண்ணணும். இப்படி 68 கோடி கிலோமீட்டர் டிராவல் பண்ணி மார்ஸ் ஆர்பிட்டர் மிஷன் சக்சஸ் ஆகுன முதலில் சக்சஸ் ஆக்கிய முதல் நாடு இந்திய நாடு. வேற எந்த நாடும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் சக்சஸ் ஆகும். அது ராக்கெட் இன்ஜின் டெவலப் பண்ணும். நான் வந்து கிரையோஜெனிக் இன்ஜினியரிங் படிச்சுட்டு வந்தேன். இந்த இப்போ ராக்கெட் இப்போ ஒரு சேப்பேக்குள்ள கொண்டு போனால் 37,000 km/h ஸ்பீடு வச்சுருக்கு ஃபார் பிளேசிங் சந்திரயான் 3 இந்த ஆர்பிட். அப்போ அதுக்குள்ள ராக்கெட் இன்ஜின்லாம் வந்து லிக்விட் ஹைட்ரஜன் ஆக்சிஜன் இருக்கு. திஸ் டெக்னாலஜி வாஸ் டினைட் டு இந்தியா. When I completed MTech with first time in cryogenic engineering, joining office, this technology was denied to India. Today, India has developed 3 cryogenic rocket systems, and we are one among 6 countries having the technology. So, not only 6 countries. The second engine development was for Mark 3. I was the project director towards the last 5 years. During that development, we have made world record. 3 places we are number 1 in world. With minimum number of engines we have succeeded with only 3 engines. Other countries have taken average 6 engines and minimum 4 engines. And between engine test to flight, other countries have taken average 6 years. We have succeeded in 28 months and we are number 1. And a liquid hydrogen oxygen full stage with 5,000 kg of explosive hydrogen has to be tested. And India succeeded in the lowest time of 34 days against the world record of 68 days. So 3 world records we have made in the denied technology. And today India is doing lot of work in space. Like that every department is doing fantastic job. And we are working on a space station, we are working on human space flight program, we are working on Chandrayaan 4 for bringing back sample. And by 2035, நம்மளுக்கே ஒரு ஸ்பேஸ் ஸ்டேஷன் நம்ம அமைக்க போகிறோம் 2035. அதுக்குள்ள அது வந்து 52 டன் ஸ்பேஸ் ஸ்டேஷன். அது இப்போ 5 மாடல்ஸ். அதோட முதல் மாடல் வந்து 2028 அனுப்ப போகிறோம். 2027 நம்ம நாட்டில் செய்த ராக்கெட் மூலம் நம்ம இந்தியர்களை விண்வெளிக்கு சக்சஸ் அனுப்பி திருப்பி கொண்டு வரப்போம். அதுக்குள்ள ஒருத்தெல்லாம் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு. நம்ம 2040 Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji has given the direction. We are going to send our own brother or sister to moon and bring them back safely by 2040. அதுக்குள்ள ராக்கெட் எவ்வளவு எப்படிப்பட்ட சைஸ் உள்ள ராக்கெட் தெரியுமா? I don't think in Madras 40-story building is there. I don't think. And that rocket height is equal to 40-story building height. And it can place, our first rocket place 35 kg in the orbit, it will place 80,000 kg in the orbit. And behind all this success, there are a lot of people. And one team of people, again I have to appreciate the academic people. Lot of teaching faculties from IITs, NITs, other institutes are also involved. So on this occasion, let me also compliment those teaching and academic faculties for their contribution for the Indian Space Program. Now, I don't want to dwell further. I can only say the students, the India will become a developed country by 2047. I don't have any doubt. Because I know as a Secretary of Department of Space, I have got a role to contribute in multiple departments. I understand the dynamics, what is happening in every department. Let it be space, atomic energy, or DRDO system, or any other systems, or agriculture department, couple of areas. In fact, 63 departments of using our space data. And all state government and UTs using our space data. So I understand the dynamics, what is happening, the type of growth, what is happening. And our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is a fantastic leader. He has got only one target, how to improve the quality of every citizen of this country and how to make this country as a developed country. This is the only target. And under his leadership and guidance, the space is doing fantastically well. And all the scientific departments and all the departments are doing well. On this occasion, I can only tell the teachers, when you groom the student, you please ensure the overall personality of the student improves. And they are not only academic standard, and they grow as a good human being. They should not grow with some sort of jealousy, some sort of bad character. So you have to form that type of ideas. And you also should give exposure to them. When the students are in the first year, they should not be blank what they are going to do. So you should bring a couple of people, give some sort of exposure. What is available in the civil service, how to go. If you have to go in engineering service, how to go. If you have to go in another field, how to go. So that type of exposure. If you have to go for higher studies, what are the opportunities available? So please give that type of exposure. And first and foremost thing is ensure their overall personality grows. And their character really goes much beyond normal standards. You know, in Tamil there is a Tirukural, Vellathariyedu Malarnittam Mandradam Ullathariyedu Veeru. Your growth is only in your hand. Let me make it very clear. So you have to do that. Now, I don't want to dwell further. First of all, let me thank the management for giving me a great opportunity to be with you on the celebration of 25 years of celebration. And let me wish the students to grow as a responsible citizen, responsible student, and contribute for taking this country to a developed stage. Also, let me wish the teachers to be a responsible teachers and ensure the growth of the students. Not only academically, overall personality development, their character grooming, character molding, and giving them exposure to everything. And on this day, let me also pray the Almighty to shower the blessing on the management. I think they are doing outstanding job, 78 to now, serving in the academic level. And surely they have got little bit contribution for changing the academic stature of this country from 12% literacy level to 78% literacy level. It is not only that number, the quality of education system is totally outstanding, and surely you have contributed heavily. Let me also thank you and pray the Almighty to shower the blessing on this institute to grow to not only this institute, this group of institutions to grow to much and much higher level. And once again, let me extend our greetings to all the teachers who are going to be recognized. And anyhow, if time permits, I don't know time is there, we are having a video of 9 minutes video about our organization. Is a 63-year-old organization. And what is the contribution from? Solely I cannot talk everything in this type of talk. So the 63 years activity, next 22 years target, 85 years target is placed in 9 minutes audio, a video. Hope my friends I told was located. So that video we want to show so that because students community, my interest is making scientific temper among students. So that is one of the things I want to ensure. So that also will play. So enjoy the video. So thank you. Jai Hind.